Hi guys, Jill here. I have a rather large haul video, so I'm gonna get right into it here. First thing I want to show you, I'm really happy that I got this. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm sure it'll be awesome. This is from Catherine, whose Life on the Scrap Beach, and she did her, whoa, my hands are gold, Christmas mini, and it's a video of her doing the mini. It's a 22-page mini. So if I don't get ideas from that, don't know what I'll get ideas from. It also came with the full instruction manual, which I think was just awesome. And I'm really looking forward to having some time to sit down and just watch that. I placed a small Stampin' Up! Order, and the whole point was I had to get this stamp, this bingo card. I just love it, and I think it's going to make a beautiful mini. So let's see, it's about 6, so like 4.5 by 5. So that's good size. So see, I'll do a nice mini with that, and it's all antiqued. So, and I also like the fact that it's open. There's not letters, numbers, anything in it already, so you can really make it anything you want. While I was there, of course, I had to do a little shopping around, and one of the things that Sharon had gotten that I saw and loved, and she's SM Scrapper, and again, sorry about the gold. I just finished working on edging some pages. Let's see. I keep picking up the same ones, and I know there's one other in here that's beautiful. No. Anyway, here it is. So these are the antique brads, and they're beautiful in the catalog. Even more beautiful in person. So, love those. Then they had a clearance section. Had to look at that, and I stopped because I just started adding stuff. And they had these little library clips, and I've already taken some out to share. But aren't they cute? And I'm not all into the whole this color, that color thing with the in colors. So it doesn't matter to me. And these, I think, were $2. And then I got one of my favorite colors that was last year's in color that went away, was crushed curry. And I think, again, this pad was under $2. Let's see here. What I want to do. Oh, here's my manual. Look at that. From Catherine. So, I'm going to bind that. I got the crushed curry paper. Again, I want to say it was $1.50, but I know it was no more than $2. And this is one of my favorite browns. They're new early espresso. So, I picked up a pack of that. I think that's everything Stampin' Up! Like I said, it was a nice small order, as it should be. Oh, here's the other thing. I got one of their plates, and this one's for, of course, it's love. So for Valentine's Day, but it's Big Shot's version of a letterpress. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. This looks much sturdier than the one that I've seen, the L letterpress. So that was from the mini. I'm going to leave this paper here. I went to Michael's and just picked up a few things. I finally got on board with this one, the tree. I saw somebody's mother, I think it was Chris 416 Ward. Her mom did a really pretty banner with that, so I plan to make a banner, maybe for next year at this rate. I picked up some recipe cards for the recipe books I'm working on, mainly this from the Dollar Spot. I always have to check out the Dollar Spot. And then the Jigsaw Alphabet, it's down to $2.99. So I picked up another color of that one. See, I went to Tuesday Morning, and this is the Just Chillin' stamp set. What I like about this one is when I got my slice, I got the Just Chillin' cartridge. So it matches, but there are some really cute images, but my favorite, the little owl, email me, and I have an email stamp that will fit perfectly in there. Okay, so for the main haul, isn't that awful? That was the small part. I got some Tim Holtz goodness, and I did up some shapes kind of to show you guys, and I just put them all on the floor. Wonderful. Okay, we'll start with the stamp set. I got his 100th stamp collection. I've been wanting this so bad. I'm working on a mini. This is going in. Then the Happy Valentine's Day. And of course the Halloween, but I just think this is so cool. So another thing I hadn't really noticed was the limited edition created by. So that will come in handy. And then all of the little shapes down here, not shapes, they fit inside his new tag. It comes with the tag, the book plates, as well as the book plates themselves. So I really like that. I got some of these earlier and I just threw them all together. So I got the small movers and shapers. Here's the Baroque one. It makes a frame now. So you can do a full Baroque with the Baroque die. You can do a frame, or you can do the inside piece. And then I did these colors so that you could really see them, but the book plate, of course, is the Baroque shape. So that really tied a lot together. Then I also got the little mover and shaper repositional magnetic dies, and I just did one here. They do a photo corner for you. I did it the wrong way, but this was just my sample. So that, again, I could do it that way, but that will be fun to work with. I also got the same pieces from this new collection with the ornamental. Love that. And I also, they're in here somewhere. Well, when we get to them, I got the movers and shapers for that. And as always, I'm just loving the Tim Holtz stuff. Always have. Let's see. I'll save the absolute best for last. I did some necessity shopping, I guess I would call it. I'm out of so much of this stuff. I've really been using it now that I'm into minis. So I got some more book corners. Finally picked up some D-rings, so we'll see what I think of those. I got some foliage, and I'm sure I'm going to love it. So I got two. I got a cat tickling me, sorry. Philosophy tags. Swivel clasps. Always need those. I just love using those. And Muse tokens. I think these are probably one of my favorites. And something new to me, I got the timepieces. And everybody says it, but these are really, heavier than you expect. Even though everybody says they're heavy, when you actually get them, it's kind of surprising. And what are these? Oh, hitch posts, hitch fasteners. Again, this was mainly maintenance here. Teeny attacher refills. Needed that. I'm loving the teeny and tiny attacher. Let's see. Love fun stuff's coming up. Again, not tons of it. I got tarnished brass distress crackle, black sparkle embossing powder. I go through this stuff like crazy. I love their new clear lids. I'm going to try the liquid pearls. I got the Bisque color. It just seemed nice. I'm going to get the white, pearl, whatever. And I know you guys know I use this like crazy. The Perfect Pearls in the color Perfect Pearl when I do up my miss. So I was out of that. And I got some dabbers. Copper, which to me, really bright. I might have to dull that down some. I was going to use it on the mini. I'm covered in gold right now from my gold dabber. And I was going to use the copper, but it's too orange for my project. So I've got to mess with that some. And the silver. I also got some of the regular colors. Espresso. Can you believe it? I didn't have that yet. And then I got the Cool Perry. That's a really nice blue. And I plan to use it with my snowman. And it looks very, much like he already used it like Tim did. I also got the gadget gears. I plan to shrink these down and add it to some of my steampunk stuff, but because of Christmas, that's kind of been, you know, pushed aside a little. And then I decided I better pick this up. The spiderweb and Halloween words. Of all the holiday texture fades, I think there were 2 I couldn't get my hands on. And this was one of them. And so there's one more I need to get, and I might not. I'm not sure I like it. And then I got Wish. And what I love about this is it goes right in the belly of the snowman. So I thought I'd start with Wish. I haven't gotten the ornaments. They just really, I don't know why, they don't appeal to me. And I don't know where it went, but I also got this, the magnetic die in the other shape. So, they're not in here. And then the really fun stuff. Sorry, I'm running out of room here to put this stuff. Okay. I picked up a few of the configurations, just the smallest size, because I'm really concerned with space right now. So the small little guys I think are probably more my speed right now, something I can mess around with and still have space to store it if I decide to keep it. Okay, my favorite thing. I am so excited. I picked up the Perfect Pearls Miss. So I got, of course, Perfect Pearl. And my idea is, I always mix them, right, with the actual pearls. And maybe I could just use this. And eventually, on my more popular colors, the colors I use the most, use a base of the Perfect Pearl or the gold and add my inkers into it. And again, there's some I just constantly use. And here's the thing. I know with Glimmer Mist, we're always told not to shake them because it clogs, and I hate the clogging. That's one of the things I've just never quite given in to Glimmer Mist because of. Rangers, you need to shake them. There is actually, you hear that, a ball in there. And I love that. And I also really like the spray nozzle. I got Interference Red. Well, I got them all. So here's the gold, really gorgeous. And I figured something would be back ordered. So I'd be disappointed, so I ordered as many as I could, which was all of them. And I actually got them all. Look at that gold. And that's the sunflower, the kiwi. Let's see here. Perfect Copper. Again, it's kind of orange, but we're going to have to play around with that. See what I can do. My cat is shopping back there. He's got a shopping bag out. Blue Smoke and Forever Blue. And I noticed they're heavy on blues to start, and the turquoise. So blues must be really popular for there to be. I mean, I know turquoise isn't blue, but still, it's kind of in that blue family. And then they have just the Forever Red, which again, Interference Red, Forever Red, and the copper is kind of the orange. The Forever Green and Forever Violet. And that violet's going to be up. They're all going to be fun to work with. I'm not a huge purple person, but every once in a while I go on a purple kick. So that is it. That is my nice big haul. That should get me through a few months because I don't plan on ordering anything else for quite a while. There's a few maintenance items I need, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. But that's just the Perfect Pearl sprayed on that. And I use this as a template in the mini book I'm working on right now. So I'm working on this shape. And it's the first mini, and I think he's going to go cute. So that is the first mini I've done with this shape. And it's because I got this secondary shape that I just love. So this new release was awesome, and unfortunately there's a new CHA coming up, and I know there's going to be awesome Ranger stuff I'm going to want, but I'm trying to control myself, so let's see how well that works out. So that's everything, and thanks for watching, and have a great day.